Because I have limited time, so let me just start with it. If you feel like, you can close your eyes and listen to it. If you don't, I don't compel anything. Okay, so here we start. What if today wasn't just another day? What if, when you opened your eyes today morning and stretched your arms with sleepy, silent sighs, that warm sip of tea, that reach for your phone, that march into morning routine, wasn't a routine at all? You see, it's just another day. There is so much to do, so little time. And then something changes. A hush in the wind, a knowing in your bones, a whisper that only your soul can hear. What if today was your last? Not tragic, not fearful, just a truth, simple, unshaken, a quiet certainty that stills the noise of the world. Now suddenly, life shifts. Colors bloom bolder. Silence grows stronger. Every sound, every touch, every breath feels sharper, richer, deeper, and closer. In this last dance of time, the sunlight through your window is no longer just light. It is liquid gold, a shower of liquid gold. The smell of coffee is no longer aroma. It is a memory that you must hold. The laughter of your child is not just noise. It is music of existence that was waiting to be heard. What if today was different? And yet, we walk through life like it will never end. As if this symphony of our story will play on forever. And we argue over things that just don't matter, a parking spot, a bank balance, a scrolling screen. While life stands quietly before us, arms open, waiting for us to feel it. But what if we chose different? What if we drank from today like the last drop of water in the middle of desert? What if we squeezed every moment till its nectar overflowed and turned it into gold? Because no matter how long we look away, the truth remains unshakable, inevitable. One day will be our last. So let's walk the walk of life. If not, that's fine. So today, you're driving back to the usual. Same road, same signal, same turns, same world rushing past you. A blur of noise and motion. Like a dream you forgot you were dreaming. And suddenly, he appears. Oh, that man. Crossing from the wrong side of the road. Careless, distracting, oblivious, insensitive. Now, if this was just another day, just another time in some other dimension of routine, you know what would happen? That man would see a jaw that would tighten, a chest that would rise, a horn that would scream, words that would fly, sharp and heavy, cutting through air like glass. You have been there before. You've been that storm, haven't you? But not today. Because today is different. Today there is a pause, not in the traffic, but in you. This man no longer seems like a problem. This man doesn't seem like an obstacle. He is a pulse, a breath, a heartbeat moving through time, a life, a soul, a mirror just like yours. Today, there is peace. Not because the world is quiet, because you are. Anger melts like ice in the sun. The wind moves through your fingers without resistance. Today is not about being right, it's about being here and belong, being human, being awake. And today, even your breath feels like a gift, wrapped by this fleeting moment, given without asking. Because if you listen closely, the road will teach you more than the books have ever been. It will show you life is a crossing, a constant movement, 1,000 people, 1,000 stories, all trying to get home. And the truth is, so are you. So there it sits, a single strawberry on your plate. Red, ordinary, small. But today, it stares back at you, like it knows something that you don't. It waits for that final kiss, a meeting of fruit and soul, tongue and truth. Because if you knew in your bones that you would never taste another, would you still rush it? Would you still toss it aside, barely tasting, barely feeling it? Or would you pause? Because today, my friend, today is different. Today, you'd close your eyes and you'd place it gently on your tongue, like a sacred ritual. You'd let the flavor burst and bloom like fireworks inside your mouth. You'd feel it dissolve slowly, sweetly, spreading into the corners of your soul. Today, it's not just a fruit, it's a farewell. Today, it's not just a taste, it's a memory. Because today, you're not eating, you're receiving. You're no longer racing through meals, through conversations, through feelings, through life. You're not chasing the next thing, the next moment, the never-ending what's next. No. Today, you hold. Today is the last sip of your coffee, the last touch of rain on your skin, the last melody dissolving in your vein. Tomorrow, the music won't play again. The flavor won't return. Because every single bite that you have today is a goodbye in disguise. And the universe softly, silently leans towards you and asks you, hey, did you feel that? And here we go again. Your neighbor's car parked just a little over your line. Your line, your space. You feel it rise, that familiar twitch in your chest, and the story begins. Why can't people be more mindful? Who parks like this? This is my spot. On any other day, you'd sigh, you'd frown, you might even mutter a line or two that doesn't belong to a polite company. Those would be harsh words, by the way. You'd feel the urge to reclaim what's yours. But today, today is different. Today, this line seems faint, thin, almost laughable. Just a whisper, a make-believe border, drawn by minds that forgot how little do we really own. Now let me ask you this question while your eyes are closed. What is yours truly? The car, the curb, the concrete, the claim? We live life like emperors of inches, defenders of driveways, especially people in Lajpat Nagar, I would say, as if the earth signed a contract with our names in bold. But today, that illusion falls away. Because today, you see what you truly own. A breath, a heartbeat, a moment, a soul stretched across time, not bound by borders. Today, you share more than that lane with your neighbor. you share this space called life. You let your peace be bigger than your pride. You let your blood run free, not dyed in irritation, but colored with grace. Because today, that car doesn't matter. That space doesn't matter. That line never really existed. Today, you remember. You came with nothing and you leave the same. And everything in between, mind you, was never yours to keep. It was only yours to cherish. Today, you open your wardrobe. Rows of clothes, neatly hung like medals from a life of chasing. Brands, labels, tags that once whispered power, status, validation. Gucci, Armani, the carefully curated collection, your gallery of stitched perfection. You stood here once, feeling taller in their reflection, like the fabric could fill something within. But not today. Because today is different, my friends. Today, the shirts don't shine no more. The fabric feels heavy. And the labels, they fall silent. The voice in your head, the one that sought applause in the mirror, today goes quiet. Because the illusion of identity, wrapped in threads, has loosened its hold. Let me ask you this question. Would you still drape your worth in buttons and glitter, in colors and cuts? Or would you rather be wrapped in arms that remember you for your laugh and not your logo? In hearts that we know, in hearts that knew our warmth, not our wardrobe. Because today you don't ache for fashion. You ache for a hug, for a moment, for a memory so vivid, it paints your soul with joy. You ache for that kind of closeliness that doesn't wrinkle, that doesn't fade, that doesn't go out of style. You long for that soft press of love, not on your skin, but on your spirit. And when you look back, it won't be the blazers and the brands that stay with you. It will be that one afternoon in the rain, that laugh shared in your oldest t-shirt, that moment of being held, not dressed up, but seen. Because today, that's the fragrance you carry. Not perfume, but your presence. Because today, my dear friends, is very different. And then there it is, a sound. Faint, soft, sweet, tiny feet pattering down the hallway. A giggle, a call, a voice that melts your bones. Mama, Papa. How many times have you heard it without truly hearing it? How many times have you nodded, half there, half somewhere else, in this noisy haze of to-dos and tomorrows? But not today, my friends. Because today is different. Because if you knew in your chest, in the marrow of your bones, that this was the last echo, the final time their voice would ever dance through air, now would you stop? Would you turn? Would you fall on your knees and catch that sound like catching stardust with bare hands? Would you press it to your soul like it was the universe whispering your name through the mouth of a miracle? Because this is not just a moment. It is the moment, right here, right now. And after this heartbeat, you may never hear it again. So today, you listen, and you listen carefully, not with your ears, but with your whole being. You soak every syllable, every breath, every innocent laced note as if it was spun from gold that will never be mined again. You hold them, you hold that voice and you let it live in you because today is different. So let me ask you, what will you do with this borrowed day? Would you wake up? Really wake up from the trance of tomorrow? Or will you taste life like it's the last drop of rain falling on deserted lips? Will you hold your loved ones as if their heartbeat is the only rhythm that matters? Will you stop chasing and start soaking? Soaking the nectar of now and preserving it like precious gold? Or would you let it slip through the fingers of forgetfulness? Because life is not just waiting. It never was. It's happening right now in your hands, in your breath, in your being. Don't wait for the final day to start truly living. Let every morning feel like your last sunrise. Let every kiss feel like it's your first. Let every goodbye be soaked in gold, because when you live like that, not in fear but in fullness, you don't just survive, you awaken. And when you do, the universe, which has always been watching, smiling in silence, whispering gently, tells you, welcome back. Thank you very much, everyone.